So recently I have been playing Overwatch 2, and as someone who has poured countless hours into the first installment of the franchise, picking up the sequel was a no-brainer for me. Unfortunately, what Blizzard has delivered in Overwatch 2 has not impressed me, and honestly seems to be a massive step in the wrong direction for the franchise. So the first glaring issue I have with Overwatch 2 is its gameplay. Now you would think that the point of making a sequel would be to fix the lackluster gameplay in the first Overwatch game, but no, that is something Blizzard didn't appear interested in doing. The gameplay in Overwatch 2 remains overly objective based and therefore objectively boring and uninteresting to play. Basically, the team that plays the objective more always wins, whether it be capturing the control points or pushing a cart. So there's really no freedom to do what you want in the game unless you want to purposely throw a match. Venturing off to get kills doesn't really matter, and it's just a giant waste of time. Instead, the most effective teams will just 5-man deathball on an objective and coordinate pressing their Q buttons at the same time. And if the teams are evenly matched and both employ the 5-man coordinate pressing Q at the same time strategy, then the team that just happens to have their waves of Q button presses off cooldown by the end of the match will win. Zero fun is allowed in your Overwatch 2 gaming experience. Whenever I would try to venture away from my team and go for some more fun to play flank maneuvers, I would immediately get ganged up on and die. And this would even happen when I was playing my signature hero, who I am unusually good at, the McCree. And sure, sometimes I would get into some fun duel matches with the opposing DPS player who was also trying to have some fun with a flank maneuver. But the thing is, the outcomes of those duels just do not matter because they are not on the objective. To be a high-level Overwatch 2 player is to slave yourself to objective gaming and coordinating pressing the Q button at the same time as your team. And I reckon that this will be the easiest esport since Overwatch 1 to become a professional in, given that you're willing to conform to such a boring gameplay. The other glaring issue with the game design in Overwatch 2 is that 2 out of the 3 roles are very unfun to play as. So in Overwatch there are 3 roles you can be: a tank, a healer, or a DPS. And the thing is, no one really wants to play tank or healer because they're just really boring. As a tank, you just stand next to your healer on the objective and spam your defense ability, which is usually some form of a shield. And as a healer, you just, well, heal your allies. Neither role requires any skill, and you would just have to be mentally impaired or purposely griefing your team if you can't perform their basic functions adequately. And honestly, I don't get what it is with game devs nowadays designing games where majority of the lobby isn't having fun. Like, I suppose Overwatch 2 is better than Among Us or Dead by Daylight, where literally only one player in the lobby is having fun, but having only 4 out of 10 of the players having fun is still not ideal. So that leaves us queuing with the DPS role, which unfortunately will take the longest to find a match as, since it is what most players want to play as. Like, honestly, they should just really backfill the tank and healer queues with bots, as, like I said before, those roles are just so mind-numbingly easy, I reckon no one would even realize if their teammates were bots fulfilling those roles. Anyways, though DPS is the funnest role, and the only one I choose to play as, it is still extremely frustrating due to the enemy tanks and healers. Even when playing my signature McCree, I find myself just shooting shields for a majority of the match. And the few times I do land a bullet connection on an enemy, they are just instantly healed back up. Like, even when I would land a headshot, which is a very hard thing to do, it is still not enough to get a kill oftentimes. It's just far too difficult to get kills in this game, and the only time I would get kills as McCree was when using my ultimate high noon attack. Overall, the gameplay of Overwatch 2 is not satisfying or sequel-worthy in any way, and what is frustrating is that this could easily be fixed. All Blizzard would have to do is make the games a team deathmatch, remove tanks and healers from the game, and remove ultimates from the game. Given these simple changes, more of the map would be utilized since players would no longer clump up on objectives, skill would actually matter instead of waiting for your Q button to come off cooldown, and kills and deaths would also actually matter to the outcome of the match. Alright, so one thing Overwatch 2 added that many were pretty hyped about was its Battle Pass. Unfortunately, this Battle Pass is very pay to win. While I don't mind a free-to-play game requiring you to purchase a hero, the thing is, the Fox Girl Kiriko, who you get from the Battle Pass, is totally broken. You wouldn't believe how many times she killed me. Like pretty much every match will have a Kiriko, and not a single time was I able to successfully duel her and come out victorious as my signature McCree. Either she would instantly one-shot me, which is not something I can do a whole lot about, or I would get the upper hand in the engagement, but then she would just teleport away, then come back with more help to finish me off. It just seems really stupid that I am repeatedly dying to a hero that is new to the game that people are still learning the kit of when I'm already a very experienced McCree player. Lastly, the UI, UX, and graphics did not impress me. The graphics is similar to Overwatch 1, but even more anime, colorful, and spazzy. Like every graphical decision seems to be there to annoy you, from the abilities flashing in epileptic ways once off cooldown, to yellow crosses flying about on your screen while you're being healed, to your character lighting up in blue flames once you get a kill streak. It's like their inspiration was a Skittles commercial with how colorful and spazzy everything is. And the UI UX is also among the worst I've ever seen for a video game. The menus are very boring looking with a corporate blue color scheme and strict squared off design that leaves you feeling very uneasy and stressed out. Overall, I have not been impressed by Overwatch 2, like at all, and feel immensely disappointed by what Blizzard offered. As for a score, I think I would give Overwatch a 3.2 out of 10.